I want to make geode slices like this using UV resin, and instead of a silicone mold, I want to try using just flour and water. Let's see how it goes. I'm just roughly shaping the outlines of a geode slice with a hole in the middle. Then I'm pressing it as flat as I want the slice to be. Now the brand Resiners was so kind to send me the UV resin, UV lamp and metallic markers. So I mixed their resin with a resin dye I had at home to create a nice green shade. I like that the resin didn't smell as much as another brand I used. I wanted the geode to be green on the outside and get clearer towards the middle, so I added some clear resin to the center and tried to create a gradient. Then I got the UV lamp out, which is pretty handy and adjustable. In the past I often undercured UV resin, so I made sure that it was cured before adding another layer. I basically did the same gradient effect and cured that again. For the last layer I just used clear resin to create a nice glossy top. After curing that, I recommend to let it sit in natural sunlight for a day. Then I removed the flour mold, which reminded me of pizza cheese. When I lifted the piece, I realized there was some uncured resin underneath. I think it's because I added a lot of dye to the resin, which made it harder to cure. I just spread that resin around and cured it. Then I removed the rest of the mold with a toothpick. Soaking the whole thing in water helped to get rid of the most stubborn flour. I thought the geode looked unrealistically clear, so I decided to sand the bottom side, which I messed up anyway. Then I used Resiners metallic marker, which is honestly the shiniest metallic paint I've ever used. I think painting the edges of the slice made it look even better. I let that dry for about an hour and here is the result.